Notification.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Pillar to Post. Oh, do we have a good time ready for you? I'm here with my co-host, One Yeti Bloodyard, the new Apex champion, the final god of AWE. Ladies and gentlemen,
What I tell you?
welcome.
I am the god.
Welcome.
You're welcome.
To Pillar
Bend your
to
knee to
Post.
I don't care. Bend your damn knee to your fucking god.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome.
Welcome.
It is, well, in my area, it is a dreary Sunday night. I hope everyone's enjoyed their weekend. I hope everyone enjoyed the day.
I enjoyed my weekend.
And I hope everyone enjoyed the very first edition of AWE, that is Apex Wrestling Entertainment. I can't help.
So I wanted to issue my condolences to the people I killed in the tournament.
Oh, wow. Condolences,
really.
even.
I'm not. Yeah, but I don't mean it. They're dead. They're irrelevant.
Well, you had quite the successful tournament debut. Like, Jesus Christ, man. You start off with Atticus Black. And...
I toyed with him.
Yes.
him.
Yes, you dominated him into submission. And that's me being nice about it. The sheer size difference between Atticus Black and Yeti Bloodyard, it's astronomical for one. Two.
And we're not talking about height. We're not talking about vertical height either. Oh, never mind.
Two, I came to you when I thought of AWE and I said, Yeti,
right?
Playing time's over. Clowning time was good and all in RWO, but this is AWE. I need a monster. I need you to be vicious. And you said, oh, I can do that. Well, Jesus, where the fuck was this Yeti all these years?
It's called the long game. It's called the Himalayan Hustle.
Well,
Himalayan Hustle.
You definitely hustled your way into a world championship, the very first world champion of AWE.
Yeah, I matter when it counts.
Now, I'm not going to make excuses for my my lack of competitive spirit in the tournament. I got choked out quick by Griffith Davian, but that's because I didn't do neck day that day. You know, I figured...
You did something else that day.
I figured...
Hey,
now. I figured, I didn't need to work out my neck because Griff hasn't been very successful with the old Godslayer choke lock.
I made that irrelevant.
That was
Griff is irrelevant.
That was
He's irrelevant. I made him irrelevant just like I made Mordred Nightwalker irrelevant. He is in the same class as Mordred Nightwalker. Irrelevant.
Well, you could
be immortal. Fuck that. Fuck being immortal. I made you irrelevant. I took, everybody fears the God Slayer. Everyone fears the concussion protocol. I just swept that off like it was nothing. You saw it on TV. You watched it. It did nothing. All his best shots did nothing. He is irrelevant. He is nothing but a mere mortal now. He wishes he's a mere mortal.
Well,
he wishes he was dead.
We've got an amped up Yeti.
He's irrelevant. He's irrelevant. He is irrelevant.
We've got one hell.
He's a joke.
We've got one hell.
What was that? Yeah, he's. Not only is he impotent, he's irrelevant. He could say he's not impotent, but I've heard that he is. I heard he can't shoot his wad.
Well, you kind of.
He's all talk, no walk.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we've got an amped up Yeti tonight, and with good reason.
Oh yeah? Oh yeah, watch this. I'm going to celebrate.
Oh, hey. He's drinking that good maple syrup tonight. I don't know if there is such a thing as good maple syrup, but goddamn.
It's not maple syrup, man. It is Long Branch. Wild Turkey Long Branch.
Damn. Brother. Well, we're going to have a very easy looking and,
what do you do with the drunken Yeti? What do you do? Hey, I just killed Griffin early in the morning.
Oh, Jesus Christ, man. Talk about a celebration.
Yeah, I'm celebrating. Because I had to listen to the boring-ass, bombastic Griff saying how great he is all these years. I got a chance just to, yeah.
Well, you know what? I gotta say, it's about fucking time I seen this side of Yeti Bloodyard. And there was a lot of talk leading up to this. And
yeah.
Now people can assume, because, he's part of Pillar to Post, and he's good friends, and he's got the strong ties with the founder of AWE, that it wasn't exactly a fair competition.
Cry me a river, bitches.
I'm going to say this. That was the cleanest tournament. That was the cleanest tournament I've ever run, and I'm telling you right now, I could have fucked you all over. But instead, I let the man sitting next to me do the dirty work. There's a reason.
You fucked me over with that Emperor title, fucker. I don't remember. I don't forget. I don't remember.
I had a memory lapse, okay? What the fuck, man? You coming at me now? You drink a little bit, you coming at me now?
You know what? Fuck you.
But we've got some riled up competition up there. We got Ruthless Inc. And I see a couple of things happening here. Griffin Davian definitely going to want revenge. And he can say that, and many can say that nobody was given a rest period between these matches. It was match after match after match. And I've got to say, there were pretty good fucking bangers in there. Now, not my match. I forgot neck date. That's all right.
That's because you're a bitch. That's because Griff made you his bitch. Oh my God. How can you show your face? I showed you how to deal with fucking Griff. You had to send me to do your dirty work.
No.
What you couldn't do.
See, I'm good with a loss. Wow, you are chugging that bottle, man.
Yeah, Wild Turkey Long Branch. You're gonna have a drunken Yeti, and what are you gonna do with a drunken Yeti?
Well, he's probably gonna pass out while we're live, and I'm just gonna keep on doing my job, because that's what I do. So you've got.
I polish off this bottle like I polish off Griff. I polish off Cowboy John.
we've got
they're empty. They're empty inside. And what you do with the empty bottle, you just throw it in the trash.
We've got one hell of an amped up Yeti. I'm loving it. I've always loved it. But I see a couple of things happening. Like Ruthless Inc. is really going to band together now. Because, one, Bill does not like seeing that gold around another man's waist. He's going to want it. He's going to want the Apex title for himself. Now, I get it. He proved himself pretty fiercely in RWO, but this is not RWO. This is the Apex champion we're talking about. That title is around the biggest sumbitch you're ever going to come across here on Pillar to Post. And if I've got anything to do with it, I'm going to make sure any attempts to take that title away from this man ain't gonna happen. The assholes are banding together too. And the assholes are coming for war.
Yes, it is a war. I brought the pain, the agony. I brought the slaughter. It's coming.
Well, ladies,
not only that, we are. Yes.
I'll break it down with the finalists. So, Yeti started the show, the tournament off facing Atticus Black. Utter destruction. Complete.
That guy was a freaking. Domination.
Yes.
That guy was sitting there. That guy was calling me mommy. Well, I don't know why. Kind of creeped me out.
That match.
You know those Atticus people. Yeah.
That match brought us to round 2, where Yeti would have to face Griffith Davian from Ruthless Inc. That one, was it? Both guys already went through a little bit of hell. Well, not so much Yeti. Yeti coasted through round 1.
I didn't break a sweat.
And then,
you know what? I didn't even break a sweat when I fought that fucking Griff. Fucking poser. Fuck.
And then he followed that up by facing Griffith Davian in round 2, which led him to the finals. Now,
Pussy Davian. Pussy. I said it earlier. I said it earlier. Immortals are pussies. And what did it? He proved it. He proved my point.
Now, let's talk about the Griffith Davian match, because you didn't walk away unscathed.
I don't care.
But
but
going into that match, I seen the confidence in your eyes. You knew you had the tournament beat. You had the determination to take down not only Atticus, but Griffith Davian as well. And throughout the match, there was some light on the side of Griffith Davian where he'd come back a little ways, but you managed to shut him down really fucking quickly. What was your strategy leading into the Griffith Davian match? Because you guys have had some wars in the past, and they haven't always benefited Yeti Bloodyard. So what was your approach?
You see, my approach is I've learned. I've overcome. I became stronger. Well, and my approach was, here's my approach. Let his bloated ego get the best of him. Let him think he was just going to have a cakewalk.
Well, it was no cakewalk, that is for damn sure.
No. But the thing was, once he gave me his best, and I showed that it did not affect me.
Now, there was a point in the match. He not only delivered the concussion protocol, the combination kicks with that finisher combo of the roundhouse. It caught you, and I figured right there, oh shit, Yeti's going down. And I thought the 3 count was following. Did not happen. You managed to get your shoulder off the mat, and then he gripped you up in the Godslayer, which Bill Haight was already saying this was going to be the end. Was that Godslayer, Dragon Slayer-like finisher, that submission hold. I was expecting a tap. I was like, he caught me earlier in the tournament with that. I tapped instantly. I wasn't pleased about it, but you know what? Protect your neck, right? You muscled through it, broke the hold, and made a huge comeback. You hit him with what you call is what I think I said it wrong last night. I think I called it the final commandment.
It is called the Wrath of God.
The Wrath of God.
God's last wrath.
Now it's a variation of a cutter, but I mean very odd the way you go about this maneuver. You hoist the person up in a Samoan drop position, a fireman's carry,
right,
and then you flip them up, catch them in a power bomb position, push them up again,
and drive their face,
and you cut them. Very
yes,
diamond cutter-esque look maneuver. Impressive to say the least. Now, going forward, is this what we're going to be seeing from Yeti Bloodyard as he defends that Apex Championship title?
Oh, you're going to see that. And you're going to see the cracked skull. You saw that.
Yes. Oh, wow. What a lethal kick to the head. There's two variations, though. You've got the running punt, the cracked skull, and then there's another one where it looks like you're taking the guy's face off when you kick him in the face.
Yep.
Unbelievable. Now, that Griffith led you into the finals. On the flip side, we've got Cowboy John dominating his opponents. Now, his very first fight against Scuzz, hard fought, like brutal. Right. But he manages to hit Scuzz with the double shotgun stunner, puts him down. And I thought right there, holy fuck. Okay, we've got some good competition going in round 2. We got Griffith taking on Yeti. We've got Cowboy John taking on... Fucked if I can remember, because my notes are not with me, and if I open up, I'm fucked. But... Okay.
Now listen to this. Griffith's saying, look, my new prey. No, it's not your new prey. You're irrelevant.
Well, definitely some animosity there, and a potential feud already in AWE. And you cannot say that it isn't going to be a good feud, because guys like Griff, they're relentless. Guys like Bill Haight are relentless when they are pursuing the gold and the power. So I don't want Yeti Bloodyard looking over them or through them or past them. I want him looking at them dead in the eyes and letting them know their time has come and they are about to be gone.
Oh, yeah, it is. I'm already letting them know what I'm telling them. They're irrelevant to me. But you know what? Bring your best. You've given me your best. It wasn't good enough. Bring it again. I'll show you. It's still not good enough. I am going to humiliate you. This is just the beginning of the humiliation.
Now,
and this is what you asked me to do. You asked me to bring it.
We got a hell of a wild.
All these water. Yes. I just started the humiliation. You want to come back? I will humiliate you again. I can cut, everyone, you see, just when you think you got me figured out, oh, he's going to do the dumpster juice, he's going to do this, I come out with something new.
Well,
no one saw that move coming, did they?
Actually, I did not.
I worked on that. And I worked that. And you know what? You can come at me. You can say I'm your new prey. You know what? Say what you will. You're going to come up against me. And you're going to be sorely disappointed. This is why I am the last god. This is why I was the undefeated, the longest reigning emperor of the wasteland. Now you think... when it means something to me, I'm probably going to be the longest reigning ever Apex champion.
I can see your sheer size alone is very undisputable. Now, we can honestly say we have an undisputed champion because you went through 7 other men that night. I didn't give anyone a rest. I figured if we were doing this It was not going
Those
to
were
be.
men.
It was not going to be a
Those were
weekly
men.
basis.
Those were men. Well,
Yes,
you know what?
they
They
were
better
men.
man up. They better man up next time, because all I saw was little pussies.
You
So
guys,
quit being a pussy.
you guys,
Quit being pussies.
you see what
'Cause all
happens
I-
when you inflate this guy's ego. You let him win, and now the ego has gotten so inflated. I love it. I do. This is the most vocal you've been on this channel. It's about fucking time, Yeti.
This is what you wanted. But all you guys right now, you're pussies to me. You better learn to do something better, because you can talk how tough you are, what you're gonna do. You didn't do it when the time came. You folded. They did.
Yes.
You saw it.
They did. I
Folded.
was there. I was front row, man. I was watching the fight after
Right.
mine. After my fight,
all
I was
the-
watching.
All the after talk they're doing now, when the rubber hit the road, they went flat. Just like their careers. You guys want to do something? You better get in there. Get in those tournaments. Fight amongst each other. Get yourself some wins. And toughen yourselves up, because you know what? None of you were tough enough to beat me.
Well, I've got to say, I'm hoping that when it's time to crown our women's champion, the woman we crown is as energetic and as brutal as Yeti Backyard.
Queef.
No,
actually.
no, ain't happening. No. So,
And anyway,
the plans, the plans moving forth.
okay.
So the way the very first tournament worked out, and I'm going to make it very easy for you guys to follow. I picked the 8 people that had real life managers behind them that were doing the character proper in the chats and in the forums.
Yes.
Everyone else was left off. So everyone that was in that match card, guys like me, guys like Eddie here, we got control of a character. We use that character. That is our main character. That is how the choice was made.
Right. Now, what I want to say
Okay.
Let me drop. I'm gonna drop the character. Now, you see, what we're looking for is just like what I did for the opening of the show. It's, you're in character, and you play your character.
Yep.
Because
God
and
damn,
anyways,
you played it well, man.
and I did that after drinking a fifth of whiskey. So,
Well,
I have another bottle to polish off. But
holy shit.
Anyways, anyways, that's that's what we're looking for.
Yes, intensity, emotion,
intensity, and the thing is, I make fun. And like I said, Griff, Bill Haight, they don't take what I'm saying personal. It's all in character. So that's what we're going for. We're going for you to play your character to its fullest, and have fun with it. That's if you're not having fun, then why are you doing it?
Exactly.
And it's not, and that's the whole thing. And I usually don't drop character, but I just want to drop character to let you know what I'm doing here. Because if you can't differentiate reality from the character, and you think I'm actually that way, then there's something wrong with your mental makeup.
Well, I think they've been watching us enough to know that is not who you truly are. You've never popped off like that on the channel before. I loved it. It was about time. I loved it. But what I'm doing next, it will be to crown the first women's champion. Now, a lot of people think I'm a bit of an asshole for the way how direct I am about this, that you've got to get involved, you've got to play your character. I do take in consideration that there are people that have health issues. They have been tormented and stalked online, and they don't like to put themselves out there like that because they have fears. I understand that, and I work with that. I make do with what they do in the chat. People like Evie Bloodyard, people like Cowboy John, Meanie Bloodyard. I take that into consideration.
Yeah.
And guys like Drum Monkey, the health issues are there, and the personal issues are there. I am not going to force them to do something that they are not comfortable doing because one
or physically able to,
yes.
It's like,
I'm not pushing buttons there, but there are other ways to contribute. And if you're in that chat, you make sure you are heard, you make sure you are seen, you make sure that people know that you are at the shows. Leave a comment. If you're watching the replay, leave a comment. If you want, drop a promo right in there. That way you don't have to deal with anyone else. But as long as you're contributing, I'm fucking happy. And it shows progress of what we are trying to do here.
Yes, that's why we have the Discord channel, Discord channels that you can participate in. Pete sees it, I see it, everyone sees it. But even if you're in the wrong one, we see it. If you get the, but we will see it, we will acknowledge it. And we're not going to bust your balls if you accidentally put a promo in the wrong channel.
Yeah.
We might direct you to the other channel, but it's not going to be disqualified.
Yeah.
And that's,
Now, moving forward, we've got the women to crown, and we don't have very many women right now. We've got Evie Bloodyard, we've got Meanie.
You count as a woman.
Hey, fuck you, man. I will slap the fucking jizz right off your upper lip. Watch yourself, Yeti. I will take that title from you.
You can even beat Griffin. You tapped out like this.
Now the women's division is going to work a little bit differently at the time being because we have I think 2, possibly 3 women that are going to be involved. So it might end up being a triple threat match in the end. But
he's going to be involved too because he's a woman.
But I am sure that the women are capable of doing something for us for that show. We also have a mid-card title for both divisions, as well as the men got a tag team. So if you want to be involved in a tag team, and
mid-card, that's good for mid-card is a good place for Bill, Haight, and Griff.
Well, they're going to be involved in that because, for the time being,
they're mid-carders.
We need to crown champions, okay? So we got to make sure those championship titles are around the waist of people, so that way others have an opportunity to go for it.
You know what? Not champions.
So the Apex Wrestling Entertainment Network champions. Those are the mid-card belts. You represent pillar to post. It is like RWO's pillar to post championship titles, but better. Like the designs. Look at the Apex championship title right there. It is so much better than anything I've done in the past for the champions. So I'm really interested to see who's going to be it, what they're going to do with the titles, how they are going to enhance the titles for others to carry afterwards. Because Yeti has got to set a benchmark at this point. He is the very first Apex champion. So that means he's got to set the bar, and others got to strive to better it.
You just called me an ape.
I called you an Apex.
Damn you. Yeah, you said ape.
Well, you are an ape.
I heard.
It's basically what a Yeti is a giant fucking ape.
It's just different. We're
you're fucking built different anyway, so you know what? A different kind of ape. There you go.
It's not an ape. Damn you. Call me a damn dirty ape.
Now, here is what Here
You're a Yeti. You're a damn Yetiist.
you control yourself.
I got some control for you right here, buddy.
I don't want to see it. So
I'll show it to you, like I did last night, bitch.
Here's the plans moving forward. So RWO,
Yep.
we are going to do a couple more shows, and then we are going to do a big pay-per-view for RWO. And then we're going to take a break from RWO for a bit. I want to focus on what we're doing here in AWE. I think it's different enough to really grab my attention as well as others. A fresh start and a new look and just a different vibe. And really push AWE into something different than what we've done here on the channel before. I like that aspect of it because I've been doing the same thing for how long? 7, 8 years? Yeah,
2017.
So we're going to do a couple more shows with RWO. We're going to end it with a big pay-per-view. RWO is not going away. That is not, I'm not saying that. I'm going to be bringing back RWO sporadically, nostalgic feelings and all that kind of noise. But the main focus is going to be AWE right now. And we've got Champions to Crown. Our very first show is going to be AWE Independence. And what does that mean? That means it's like AWE has an independent company. And it's going to be to break out new characters. Also, it's also going to be used if you are in the show and you're not participating in the Discord chat. I'm going to penalize you. You're going to be dropped down to the independent show, and you're going to have to battle in there until you get right and you start participating. There's only going to be one title to win in that company, and that's the Hard Knocks Championship title. It will be exclusively a hardcore style title. You will be challenged by anyone, or another player can say, I want him to face such and such a wrestler on the roster. They don't even have to fight him themselves because they can have someone else do the dirty work. You got to perform. You've got to throw down a promo. You got to work the system. And then once I'm assured you are ready to participate on the main card, on the main show, you'll be back in AWE, and we're going to have some fun with you.
If you don't get right, you get left.
Yes.
Behind.
Yes, most definitely. We want everyone to have fun, and I know there's a lot of storytellers out there. I want them. I want them to participate. I want them to cut a promo. I want them to do a video promo. Post it.
I have some video promos.
No, I don't want to see your video promos. I no.
Oh yeah, I got some links.
I don't mind cussing and shit like that, but no pornographic bullshit from Yetis, especially Yetis.
Oh yes, www.yeti porn.
No.
Look at it.
No. No.
You know what's sad? It does exist.
Oh my God! Only you would know this. Only you would know it exists.
But the thing, anything porn exists. You could say Viking porn. It probably exists.
Probably.
Because some sick individual thought of it.
Yep. So he's sitting next to me.
But I am probably the most saintly person. I'm probably going to be the next pope.
The next what?
Yeah, Pope Yeti.
Oh, Pope Yeti.
Pope
Jesus.
Yeti.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I don't know if we can handle that shit.
Wait till I do high mass.
Do we have people in the chat so we can say hi to them?
Yeah, yes, we do. We had Griff's in there.
How you doing, Griff? Glad to have you here.
Yep. Let's see. Let me get back into YouTube because the window closed on my phone because I was on I was on my OnlyFans page.
Well, I'll let Yeti get that stuff when he's ready. He'll let me know. So the Apex Championship title. You see the title design underneath Yeti? Yes, I used AI to help me develop it, and then I had to also bring it into another program and really clean it up and bring it to what you see on the screen right now. That is the title being used.
Right.
There's also the Network Championship.
Right.
The tag titles will look fucking sick as well. I think all the titles represent Apex Wrestling Entertainment to the T. I assume you've got it open.
Yes, I got it open.
Okay.
Yeah. I see. So yeah, so like I said, total shout out to again. I'm going to shout out to Bill Haight.
Bill Haight in the house.
Yes, he's there, and anyone else. If you hit the like button or even say hi.
Yeah, like don't
we
be
have 5 people.
Don't be afeard. Yeti's excited. Okay.
I'll show you how excited. Let me stand up. You want to see my fully erect coccyx?
No. Because you mean something different by coccyx than anyone else knows of. No. I don't even want to see your coccyx. So, How
about icossages? Which is plural for coccyx, but I would know that. Anyways.
Heading out of that tournament, though, I seen 2 possible feuds right away. I seen, and I'm sorry, I forgot that Bill Haight went in around 2. It was Cowboy John's second win of the tournament. I do apologize, Bill. I remember you're in there. It's just my mind's a little bit slipping. Bill had a great showing in the first round, and he did pretty good against Cowboy John as well. But Cowboy John was in the pocket as well as you were, so bam.
You know what, Cowboy John? You should have stayed in the car.
He probably gave you the hardest fight of the night, though.
And it still wasn't good enough.
It wasn't good enough, but I mean, he gave you a hard-fought match, man. I will not take anything away from Cowboy. He tested you.
I will.
Oh, I know you will. You took the title away from him. Made sure he wasn't even getting close to touching it.
No. Yeah, you should have stayed in the car. Why did you get out of the car, John? You got killed by getting out of the car. Get in the. You didn't. They've warned you for years. Get in the car, John.
Well, he did get in the car, and while something far worse than Jason Voorhees got Cowboy John, that's for damn sure.
You got the wild-eyed Yeti. Yeah, no one knew. Yeah, fuck Jason, fuck Freddy. I'm not talking about Fred Star. I'm talking about whatever.
As I was stating, there's 2 possible rivalries I can see, and I'm going to say rivalries because, one, you took an opportunity away from Griffith Davian. And we all know Griffith Davian wants gold around his waist because, and I'm going to go according to how he says, he knows he's better than everyone else, and he knows he should be champion. Now, he did not say these words to me directly, but I know the mind of Griffith Davian. He assumes and he believes he is the best. And I think anyone in their right mind, when they're getting into wrestling, has to believe in the back of their mind, or even in the forefront of their mind, they are the best, and their one goal is to become the champion of the industry that they are working for. You had that goal going.
Unless some asshole promoter forgets that you're the champion and gives your title away to somebody.
Yes.
I'm not going to let you forget that.
No, I deserve it. I deserve it, man. I deserve it. I do. I truly do. It wasn't the first time it was done either.
Yeah, I know. But when Evie and I talk about the Montreal screw job, it's real.
Yeah.
He can deny it, but yes.
And sadly, it was not meant to happen. It was personal shit got in the way. And I forgot.
We've been screwed more times. We've been screwed more times than a hooker during Fleet Week.
Oh damn! No. No. I have not been that bad of a promoter. I have not been that bad as a promoter. So you got Griffin Davian.
I've been saying.
You got Griffin Davian watching your back. You got Cowboy John, who got who got to the finals for that Apex Championship title.
He should have stayed in the fucking car. You got murdered, asshole.
So you got
everybody. You got two bitches that need to step up.
So you got two guys coming at you right off the hop, and you know Bill Hate's not far behind. Okay, so stiff competition coming your way. Now I know the likes of Fred. I know the likes of Fred Starr. They've got your back. They're going to help you on their way. And, you know, your good friend, the Angry Viking, is going to be there, too. The assholes band together. We've got to stop Ruthless Inc.
Okay. Ruthless. You know what? Ruthless stink. Because nothing smells more shittier than Ruthless. Just a whole big pile of shit.
Well, you are setting into motion headaches for a future day. That is for damn sure.
Oh, God. Fuck them. Fuck Ruthless. Fuck anyone. Fuck them all. All they do is blah, 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 and they fucking come up short. Just like Fred Starr.
Fred Starr.
You want to see an asshole?
Fred Starr put up a good fight, though. He is a tough motherfucker. And watching him break out the Shooting Star Press, I haven't seen him do that in a long time. It's good to see him doing that again.
It's called, he calls it sudden impact.
Because he is the impact player.
Yes, he is. Not impacted like his stool. That's why he's so short, because, you know, it's impacted.
This guy is a friend of yours, and you're shutting him down before he even fucking, you know, shows anything.
You know what? Everyone knows why we're assholes, because we're assholes to each other.
Yes, we are. I'm the nice guy.
Oh, you're a fucking maple sucker.
Hey, you don't put
no
maple in front of my fucking name ever.
You know what? In private, he's sucking on the maple. He's going like that. Oh, I hate maples, and he's crying. Oh, I hate you so much. I hate you so much, maple syrup. Oh, but I love you.
Oh, you fucking dirty bastard.
You're the one sucking on the maple.
You dirty bastard. Wow. You
wanted the Yeti, you got full Yeti.
Well, I'm going to warn you right now. Come next week, I am looking. Hey, let me finish talking.
Yeah, right.
Next week,
I don't ever shut up.
No, obviously you don't.
Oh, speak more, Yeti. And I was sitting there being polite, but you finished your sentences and everything. Oh, you're too quiet.
Well, you are.
There's a reason why.
But you got to let me finish a fucking sentence here, okay? So ease up just a little bit, Sir Yeti.
Go ahead.
Okay. So next week, I'll be looking for a guest on the show. Now, the floor is open. If you want to be a part of Pillar to Post featuring AWE, one very cold-hearted stipulation: you have to be in character the whole show. You will be joining me and Yeti here on Pillar to Post. So hook me up in Discord if you want to be involved. And let's see what you've got here for AWE. We're going to talk about AWE. You're going to be in character. You're going to be promoting yourself as well as whatever may happen during the show. It's going to be a very loose thing, but you got to be in character. We're going to play this out. We're going to have fun with it. I want to see guys. I want to see guys like Griffin Davian. I want to see guys like Bill Haight signing up. I want to see Atticus Black step out of his comfort zone. You know, Matt Storm.
Yeah.
Matt Storm has not joined AWE as of yet, but he's been a big part of the channel for a long time. I want to see guys like him and Atticus step out of their black. Azrael Black is returning as well. I want to see these guys step out of their comfort zones. But anyone is able to join us as a guest, but it has to be scheduled. You can't just say, oh, I want to be a part of this show tonight. No, we've got to schedule it. You got to be here, and it's going to be one guest at a time so we don't flood it and just have a clusterfuck of a show. Now, I'm getting new to using Discord to stream, so I figured this part out. So I know I can do like 3 people, maybe 4, but we're going to start off with just me, Yeti, and one guest.
You fucking slut. You can do more than 3 people.
I know you can do more than 3, but I said we're starting off with just 3 people. Me and Yeti and a guest. Do not make it sexual, brother. Because
you don't know me very well.
I know Bill Haight is great on the mic. I don't have a worry about Bill Haight. I've never had Griffith Davian on the show before, but I know that he runs a blog talk channel with some other friends. So I know he gets how to do this bit. Now, I'm going to be nice. Yep. I'm going to even say you don't even need to be on camera. You can have a video overlaid on your camera or whatever you do, but your voice is going to be used.
We even got a paper bag you can wear. Put the paper bag over your face. It's fucking ugly fuck.
But brown we're going to have fun with this channel. From here on out, it's nothing but fun. The storylines, I'm going to help guide the directions, but the storylines, for the most part, is up to you people. Just because I write something and I'm portraying a fucking asshole, I don't need you guys to take that to heart. This is an in-character show. This is what we're going to be doing from here on out. Now, we're still going to be covering some WWE stuff.
All right.
But I like having Yeti being Yeti.
Yes, naked.
No!
I can be naked.
No!
I'm going to go full frontal Yeti.
Oh.
Full frontal Yeti.
Don't ever do that to me again. Ever do that to me again.
Just kidding. Anyway.
But yeah, it's all about having fun here, and we're going to be pushing that. Same with when we talk about WWE. I'm going to get, a little bit ignorant sometimes about it, and I'm pretty sure Yeti will as well.
Yeah.
And there's a reason why I hardly ever call Yeti by his real name on the channel, because I want him to be in character when we do stuff like this. I think I've only called you by your real name like once on the show.
And I don't respond, so
yes, you did. Don't be a fucking lying cunt.
About what? I forgot. Right? Yeah, what?
When I use your real name,
you weren't talking about.
Oh, Jesus Christ, bro!
Just remember, it's all about the YETI, the Yeti. Why? Because I'm Yeti. Fuck you.
No, but
there we go.
No, like I said, it's all about having fun and enjoying ourselves on this channel. And my God, like I actually enjoyed doing AWE the other night, last night I think it was yesterday. Yeah, yesterday afternoon. Because it was a lot different than what I was, what I always perceived RWO to be about. This one took us away from the wasteland and just, it's a wrestling show, and it focused on the wrestling, and I want to really focus on the characters now.
Yes.
A lot of people, I think they were intimidated by portraying and even thinking of how the wasteland should work. And I think that took away from a lot of people wanting to get involved with storylines. with AWE, this is strictly a wrestling show. There's the environment is wrestling, and I want you to really focus on that when you are storylining in the Discord chat. I want you to really think about it when you are doing visual or audio style. Fucking cat scared the shit out of me. Promos or being a guest on this channel.
Are you afraid? He's afraid of pussy.
Well, this one fucking scared the shit out of me. I thought my legs were getting attacked. You know them pussies sometimes they go after the fucking legs, right? But yeah, it's
avoid the ones that have teeth because it looks like a fucking trap. Anyway.
Now, why am I pulling away from RWO like I am? Like I stated earlier, I needed something different. I needed to evolve what we were doing on the channel. 7 years of RWO, man. There's big dog wrestling started off, but for the majority of the time, it was RWO.
Yeah.
And
almost 8 years.
Yeah, 7-8 years, man. And with everything that happened in my real life, it really took away from the feel of RWO. So when I decided, okay, I'm going live with a tournament, it just felt different. It felt better. It felt.
I remember, was it last week? And I'm going to touch on this. Last week, Pete goes, "Hey, I have an idea." And it was just like, just in that conversation, he goes, "What do you think about Awe?" And and I said, "Oh, that'd be pretty cool."
Yeah.
Let's see what we can do from here. And this is only happening within less than a week's time that he's come up with this concept and actually put out a tournament for Awe.
Yeah, it's I don't know. Sometimes I'm like that, I'll be.
Yeah.
I'm going to be very honest with you people. There are days I can't get out of my room. Okay, so I know all about debilitating mental health issues. I know it very well. I've lived with it for a long time. So there are days where I'm laying in bed and my mind starts spinning. And then all of a sudden an idea pops and it gets me out of that mode. And then I go into creation mode. And Yeti has been one of the best friends I could ever have in my life. And
because I'll send you a naughty joke or something.
But no, it isn't just that. If I've got an idea that all of a sudden pops in my head and I'll talk to you about it, you'll be honest with me if it'll work.
Right, and I'll tell you, run with it, see where it goes.
Yep.
Yeah.
And fuck, man, like it all came together so quick. Like you said, in about a week's time. From talking to you.
Yeah.
The belts were designed, the rings were designed, the logos were designed.
Yep.
And
it was all when you started getting into 2K25.
Yeah. And then like even your character.
And I'll say this.
Oh, go for it.
Yeah. Yeah, but when I said, I had my qualms about 2K25. And my nephew bought it for me. I said, okay, let's see what this is about. And I was surprised. I mean, yeah, it's not perfect, but I do like the camera angles. The graphics are really good. They did make it easier as far as manipulating, flipping back and forth between the menus,
Yeah.
It's a lot of, it's...
There were some things I had to get used to.
Yeah, but it is, everything's on one screen when you do creations and that. It's a lot easier to do the creation. You're not flipping back and forth through windows and screens and everything.
Now, like I was stating, during that time, even when I started, you told me you create Yeti again, and it's like, fuck, did I have a hell of a time getting shit done. I hadn't created Yeti for so long. Manipulating the face was just odd to me. Right. But
he's doing this to me. He grabbed my left ear. Ow, fucker. Then you pulled my ears, and you're like, ow, my face doesn't move that way, bitch.
God, I wish I was drinking tonight, man.
Actually, okay, I'll let you in a little secret. This was nothing but coffee. It was just a prop.
Oh, okay. But I actually had Yeti's character completely finished. He approved of it and everything.
Yeah.
And then I think it was like a half hour later, I sent him a message. I changed my mind. I redid him. And he didn't
Yes.
even second guess it. I sent him pictures
Yep.
of what I did, and he approved.
Yep.
And I was like, because he gave me the general idea of what his new attitude was going to be in AWE, and he started pushing it with the final ruler, the final or the last god, and it's
The
like,
last emperor.
yeah, Yeti
Yeah.
does not do that by looking like a fur covered beast. Not in my eyes.
Right.
He's
Yeah.
got to have an overhaul like never before, and I had to give you that. And thank God it worked, because you said keep it. Now there are a little bit of alterations I'm making. I want some of
Yep.
the like the side logos on your legs. I want them to pop a little bit more, so I've got to finesse it a little bit. But I mean, even like Ruthless Inc., they've given me a lot of leeway with creating, and I try and get as close as possible to their look they've had in the past. It's almost impossible to do. Griffith Davian looks really fucking good. Same with Bill Haight. And Bill Haight was, I think, harder to create than yours, because he kept on coming out looking like a jacked up Finn Balor. I don't know what the fuck it was. As soon as I hit save, it morphed the face into something different, and it looked like fucking Finn Balor. So I was able to get away from that. I've got mine looking a little bit better, but I mean, like, fuck, man, I've been in creation mode. I've got, I think, 5 different pay-per-views already designed, the arenas, and ready to go for when they're coming up. And I think it is basically this week. So I'm not going to do Monday nights, because I've enjoyed watching wrestling again.
Yeah.
But either Tuesday or Wednesdays, it's going to be Apex, the independent show, and then Saturdays is going to be the main roster show. And when I say the main roster, there are going to be secondary characters on there, but it's going to be the focus of the main characters. Guys like Yeti Bloodyard, Bill Haight, Griffith Davian, Minerva's returning. I think Wolf T is. Cowboy John. You get it. People that are controlled by actual people, or wrestlers that are controlled by actual people. Those are going to be the main focus of the show. I want to elevate those people. I want to push those people. I want them to feel like they've got an opportunity. So it's,
But with me as champion, they have no opportunity.
well, perhaps not. The way you fucking dominated that tournament, man, I'm feeling a little bit less confident about people getting an opportunity at you.
Yes, I saw that.
No, but it's going to be
Come on, people.
It's going to be a nice fleshed out show, and the secondary characters aren't going to be of importance. They're going to be the competition out there, but
Right.
I want to focus on the players themselves, okay? And hopefully it works out that way, that I can do that, because I don't want to push a non-player playable character. I want to push the actual people. AWE is, I think, by far going to be the most different I've run anything. And hell, I'm going to be throwing down in Discord. I'm going to be throwing down fucking promo videos of myself, my character. I'm hopefully going to have Yeti Bloodyard throw down videos of him cutting a promo as well. Written promos are welcome, always welcome, but I want to do the majority of mine on camera. I like that feel of it. You can't convey the same intensity or the emotion that you can on a video. So I want to go that direction in a big way. And anyone that else feels free or feels like they're capable of doing video promos, please do. It's welcomed. And I'm going to tell you, storylines will be built around people that actually do like video video promos, they will be rewarded for it. There will be opportunities there for you. Now, if we're in a main storyline, I'm not going to change that main storyline just because you created an awesome fucking promo video. Not going to do that. But it will lay up in the future for you to get opportunities because you are putting the effort in. I want to reward effort. I want to reward the time that you put into it. To me, that's precious.
Right.
So, yeah, gear up for a whole fucking new fucking pillar to post.
Yes. Perhaps we have a special thing for a special championship for video promos. Like
that actually might be a good idea.
Like a TV title.
Yeah.
Where you do the pro, yeah. And that we set the criteria. You know, Pete can come up with the criteria. We can come up with the criteria. What we want to see in your promo.
Well, it's easy. It's easy. If you are, say, the TV champion, which would be kind of like the network champion, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. So we don't need a new title. The network champion can be the representation of effort, of merit.
Effort. Yeah. Merit.
So basically,
to get you to that next level.
Yeah.
You know, maybe that's.
So.
Or do you want to stay in that lower rank? Not.
Basically, I would say the what you want to throw down is you want to promote the channel, you want to promote yourself, you want to promote any kind of feud that you're in, or even if you want to throw it a challenge, you know, you want to always
elevate the person you're feuding with.
Yeah.
Mention them
always.
You know,
it's like 101 promo, you know. You make sure you promote the show. You promote yourself. You promote your opponent. You promote the time. You promote the event. You know, simple things.
Like if there's a PLE, you know, or the next show. When I get you in the next show, I'm going to prove why I am the champion.
But
you know, all your talk, you're saying, but once you get down to the ring with me, I'm going to prove that you're nothing. You got stuff like that. Yeah. Simple as that.
Now I noticed I'm rusty. I joined another company. They do a lot of promo videos there, and they do tournaments and shows based on your promos. So I realize how long it's been since I've actually cut a promo, and I think the last real promo I cut, it was taken off of YouTube because I literally juiced myself for that promo because I got bloody in the match. So I literally bladed to show that in that promo, and YouTube cut that shit off on me real quick. Which pissed me off because it was a really good fucking promo.
I think someone reported it because back then you get away with a lot more shit.
Yeah.
Without.
But I was very happy to do it. I was very happy to do it, you know, right, and I was very careful the way I did it too. I didn't go deep. I made sure there's blood, some color. We'll say color, and we went that direction. I'm not asking anybody to do that. Don't ever do that. That's stupid. No. Okay, that's stupid. I take my shit. When you do it, I take my shit to levels. I take my shit to levels I should never fucking do at times. But you know what? That's me. I like to be.
Right.
I like to be a little bit organic in the moment. You know, just.
Right. Yes, some of you should do this.
Yeah.
You know?
No, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't even push that, man.
I'm just.
Yeah.
Just kidding. It's called a joke, people.
Oh, I know. I know.
I know, but you have to present it that way because, you know, someone's gonna go running to whatever. And click a button somewhere.
Now, I'm also going to say that I am very open to ideas. If you have ideas for the show and you want to play them out, talk to me. I am tired of people being afraid to voice their opinion, their ideas. Don't be afraid. I'm open to suggestions and I'm open to ideas, especially if it betters the show. I've always been that way, and if it works, I can work it in. If it doesn't, I'm going to be very clear about it. And sometimes I get it. I'm a little bit blunt. And I might sound a little bit ignorant sometimes when I reply. It's not that. It's just,
Right.
It's just me being honest so that way the person that comes up with those ideas doesn't take it the wrong way and think, oh, you're just fucking stupid. No, I don't think you're stupid. I'm just letting you know it doesn't work because of the limitations with the game itself.
Okay, I'm going to read some comments right now.
Yes.
Okay, is it updated? So here's the latest ones. Fred was more than a step over. Ooh.
Technically, he was.
And
He
then,
got in round 2, beating Fred.
You're right, but he said he's nothing but a step. I think Fred Starr's going to have something to say about that. And then remember this, Yeti. You try to hurt feelings, I hurt souls. Well, I don't have a soul, so fuck you.
Wow.
I know.
Okay, who was that by?
Then Griffith.
Griffith. Okay, I figured
He
it was
hurts.
Griffith. I figured it was Griff.
Yeah. Like, then here's the thing, and this is Griff out of character. Motherfucker, I thought you quit smoking.
I have tried. I really have.
Yeah, never. Right.
I'm going to be very honest with you. Anxiety, one of my biggest detractors for quitting smoking. It stops me in my tracks every time. And no matter how long I fucking do YouTube, as soon as I'm live, and I don't even have a camera on my PS5 anymore where it shows me while the show's going for like this.
I don't have. Right.
It just.
That's what I miss about being on the PS5.
Yeah.
They don't give you the chat anymore. Like.
Yeah, I know. But no, anxiety and stress. No one will know here on YouTube how stressed out I am. But there's like real life, issues going on that cause me a lot of stress, and I smoke because of it. I will be quitting. It's gonna be a battle.
You just got to quit that oral fixation. Call it.
When you say it, it just sounds so fucking wrong, man. Any other comments?
Yeah, I think. Yeah. No, that was it. I just want to update.
Okay.
So we do appreciate. I want to say appreciation for Bill and Griffith for participating in the chat. We appreciate it.
We do.
We like it. We like your humor. We like your banter. We like to banter with you. That's the thing. Why we like people in the chat. Just type something. We'll play off of it, and you can play off of us. We're not thin-skinned.
Oh, Jesus, man!
And if you are thin-skinned,
you're gonna get hurt.
Yeah. Yes, you will.
Especially if Yeti's fucking going off on you like he was going on Griff earlier. Holy shit, man! Honestly,
well, that is like
I told you.
You weren't expected that way.
No, I told you. We're going to we're changing the layout of what we're doing tonight, and I told you that I want you to like build up your title win, and I was not expecting what you brought, and I liked it. I did love it.
Yep.
No.
And that, like I said, now that was just coffee in this, so that's why I could guzzle it.
I was wondering, man, because Jesus Christ, the way you were slugging it back, it's like, geez, I am going to have one hammered fucking Yeti at the end of this show.
No, that's why. But you can do stuff like that.
Yeah.
Bring a props in, do a little improv, and a lot of stuff I do is improv. It's not written down. It's just whatever comes into my fucking head.
Yeah.
And that's why you don't expect it. And he knows I'm good at the improv.
Oh yeah, it's I do it a lot when I do my promos. If I'm capable of doing it, I'll do it.
I just do it, and I don't care if it's. I don't try to make it the best promo. It's just what my character is thinking.
I don't script anything. I got accused of scripting a promo the other day. My son can attest to what I do. I will probably do the same promo like 6 times, and they all come out differently.
Yeah.
Because I don't write anything down.
Yeah, well,
and if I blunder, it's fuck, I got to redo this whole goddamn thing. And it comes out completely different.
I like to stumble a little bit because it seems a little more realistic.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, there's going to be blunders in it when I do it too, but I like to cut down on the blunders a little bit because, like, I notice certain times of the day, I start to slur my words like I've been drinking, and
like you've been drinking.
I hardly drink, brother. You know that.
I know that.
But I don't know why it happens. Like I know I had a stroke when I was 19 years old. Yeah, it's young to have a stroke, and it's like very, very, very rare to have. And it's developed over time like that. But the real reason behind the slurring, I will never know. It's just certain parts of the day where my I don't know. It's like I'm working with a fucking swollen tongue, you know. But,
never mind.
Hey,
never mind.
Yeah, don't. But I don't know, man. I was amped up through that whole tournament. It had such a good feel about it.
Right. Oh yeah.
And the way.
Yeah.
The way the you go first. You go.
I said the animations are, like the cell animations and then the reaction animations are so much better. It's like, when have you seen like when I got hit and it didn't phase me.
It staggers you back. You know, your whole the whole Yeti character just slings back a little bit, and then the reaction of the opponent, where he's like, "Oh shit, I fucked up," and he starts stepping back, all concerned. I love that. We have not seen that in the other games before.
No, I like that. Or like when he gets striked and he just turns his head.
Yeah,
like a giant should react.
Yeah,
like a giant.
There was not a lot of changes made. The visuals are a little bit better, but I mean, overall, it's the look of it that really intrigues me. Yeah. You know?
Yeah, and I was surprised too.
Yeah, like
I was surprised because I was expecting like 2K20 when I loaded it. I go, oh, this is gonna be another 2K3. That's the feeling you got by everyone saying. But what does suck is it's not cross-platform. I understand why they did it. It's still kind of sucks.
I don't agree with it though.
I don't agree with it. Yeah.
To me,
I think there's a better way for them to prevent that.
Well, they could make it a lot harder for them to fucking break into the game and take out all the fucking the hidden shit that they have in there. To me, it's like, why is there hidden shit anyway? Like, because there's some of that stuff that never comes to the light of day. It stays hidden in the game.
Right.
So you know,
is that why it's so? Is that why it's so bloated that when you download it, it's 100 gigabytes to download?
More than likely.
If you were to cut out the shit you're.
More than likely.
Just lazy program.
Yeah. No, it's to me, if they put it in the game, it should be available for use.
Yes.
You know?
Especially what you're paying for it.
Yeah.
Especially you're paying, hundreds, $100 to $200, and and you're not getting the full game, but it's there. And I didn't like that. Oh, you can't. You have to buy the digital version. It's not. You can't buy.
Yeah.
The. The full game. You can't buy the full game in a hard copy. No, it's.
I'm going to say this.
Two different.
It's one of the reasons why, like, some people were pissed off when they found that they are not doing cross-platform, because there's people that really like the way they design their character, and not being able to share that because it's not cross-platform. That really fucking sucks. Like
that's. And here's the thing, as I say, they want a creative community, but you hamper them.
Yep.
Because you bring people together.
Well, they limit the community.
And you go. Yeah. That's what I meant.
Like they
You know,
it's like, okay, so the prior years were all cross platform. Oh well, I don't know when they started the cross platform. I shouldn't say all the years before.
I think 2K24
Yeah. Okay.
or 2K. Yeah, I think 2K24. Yeah,
So
1 year. 1 edition.
and you've seen that it actually created a bigger fucking community.
Right.
And then they come out with
Yes,
the
and that's
island, which is supposed to be even bringing the community even
It
more
sucks.
together, because it's like 50 fucking people that go to the island. I have only gone to the island once. I don't care for it. But the people that do want to go into it, it's there to build a community even bigger. And you go and hinder it by fucking, oh, no, we're not cross-platforming. Well, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Right. You want to sell games? The bigger you're just driving people away, because I see a lot of the bigger YouTube creator. I mean, the bigger, like, what's his status in that? He doesn't have that much on.
No.
As far as, I mean, he has it for. He's probably on PC, but that was one that used to have a hell of a lot of content, and he hasn't uploaded much for PS5.
No,
I think
it's,
he's on PC.
It's fucking sad that they've done that.
Creators like that. Yeah.
But
It's greedy.
it is.
It's pure greed.
And I'm sorry, but the game should never cost almost $200 fucking dollars. Like the full big version, it should never cost like almost $200.
Because what is it? $30 to add the what? $30 to add the Bloodline. $30 to add the Wyatt 6.
It's fucking expensive. It is really fucking expensive. I've got the basic fucking game, like the one that was on sale. Like it was a 20% off sale. That's the one I have.
Yeah.
So like it bothered me when like Azrael said, "Hey, I want to be involved, but do you have this DLC and do you have that deal?" No, I'm sorry, I don't.
No.
The only one I have is the one that came with the game, the basic game, and that was, I think, the Wyatt 6.
Right. I had to upgrade to that Wyatt 6.
Oh. No, but
I got the basic.
That came with my purchase of it. So I was like, okay, at least I have that.
Right.
And I'm going to be very clear. I get it. When the DLCs come out, you guys are all there. You guys want to use that move and that move and that move, all the new moves that they came out with.
Right.
If it makes sense for your character and you tell me, hey, you want this move set or this move on there, please let me know. But if it's like fucking just dumb, like a fucking springboard 860 or fucking whatever the fuck you want to call them, I'm sorry.
Right.
No. Okay? Make sure it fits the character.
Yeah.
Changing the moveset all the time, it actually, to me, it fucks up the characters.
Yep.
Because that character is now going to lose for a while until the AI acclimates to that new moveset. And if you
it never will.
Yeah, and if you were on a good run before that moveset was changed, well, I'm sorry, that move, that good run you were having is gone. Because the AI is going to fuck shit up.
Yes.
So there's one thing I did. I don't know if it actually works for the game itself, but it seemed like in my case it did. When I started universe mode, I would run it for simulate an entire year.
Yeah.
Then I would start setting it up. And when I simulate an entire year, I have my roster in there, not the WWE roster, but I have my roster in there. Right. I run an entire year, and then I focus on the show itself. Because without that, for some reason, it's a fucking clusterfuck.
Yeah, and that's what a lot of what we've seen on YouTube. They say run a whole season.
Yeah.
With your roster, and then it'll get to do what you want it to do.
Now, our very first pay-per-view
with the character.
I'm gonna get back. I'm getting back into AWE right now. Our very first pay-per-view, and this directly ties into that tournament, is called Ascension. Because we have our first champion who has ascended to the very top, the apex of AWE. So, That will be happening in 3 weeks. And then from there, we move into Breaking Bad. There's a reason why it's called Breaking Bad, because I've got things lined up in my head how the show's going to run. Breaking Bad is very Ruthless Inc. oriented. Now, it doesn't mean that it's going to be the sole focus of the tournament. I mean, the show or the pay-per-view. It is just the concept was built around Ruthless Inc. So each pay-per-view is going to have a theme for it, and there's a reason behind it going down. The first one, Ascension. We have an ascended man into the apex of the company. We're also going to have an Apex Women's Champion as well. So Ascension fits. Breaking Bad, it's going to be, well, violence. What was that saying you did? Violence so malicious, it will leave you in awe.
Yep.
So that is the whole concept for Breaking Bad. Violence so malicious, it will leave you in awe. And that was created by Evie Bloodyard. That was her catchphrase for Yeti.
Yep.
And that was also the very first AWE t-shirt in TeePublic. Yep. So that is in the Discord, the link there. Check it out. I posted it in the AWE chat or the channel, whatever the fuck you guys call it here on Discord. And Atticus Black has a t-shirt as well now. He's rejoined the roster. I created one for him. The later ones, I'll get into those as we go along. But Ascension is our very first one. It will be happening in 3 weeks' time. And then we start setting up for Breaking Bad. AWE is going to be thought out like a motherfucker. Like, I'm thinking about stuff every fucking time. And every day about what we can do with this. I'm not spending a whole lot of time on it because it's going to be brain meltdown that way. But I'm thinking of different ways to change the way I've done things in the past. Evolve, if you will. Yes. So you've got our first 2 pay-per-views set up. Ascension 3 weeks. And then we move into Breaking Bad. And I mean, we are going to have fun with both of them. Who's going to be our first network champion? Hey, I'm going to pick guys that are willing to cut a video promo. I know a couple of guys already that will gladly do it.
I'll do it. Oh wait, I'm ready.
You could be 2-belt Yeti. You could be 2-belt Yeti. No, I'm going. Yeah. I'm going to keep. I'm going to keep the world champion out of it. I want to make sure that down the line, who's to say that you could not be a 2-belt holder? You know.
No, like I said, no, but I want to keep that network one actually for the people that want to move up.
Yeah. Well, that's what it's there. That's what a secondary title is always supposed to have been about. It's supposed to help elevate, and that's what I really want to push for. Is you become that second, and if you are proving yourself by doing promo work, doing guest spots here on the channel, really pushing your character, it's going to be rewarded. You will be elevated.
Right.
If you don't, well, I'm sorry. I'm going to make you lose the title. You're going to get strong-armed until you get right.
Right.
I'm not saying I'm going to make you lose the title. I'm going to make it very hard for you to keep that title.
Yeah. You're going to be defended a lot.
Because
there'll be a lot of title defenses.
Like the world champion that has to elevate the title and elevate the channel, the network champion has to do the same thing to get to the world status.
Yes.
Tag teams.
Stay in your lane.
Now, tag teams are going to work a little bit differently. So I'll use Bill Haight, for instance. He's got multiple characters on the show. He's got Cotton Candy, and he's got David Ruin and Jeff Haight. David Ruin and Jeff Haight can be in the tag team division, and it doesn't need. They don't need to be verbally spoken about or anything. Storylines sometimes, but not. It doesn't need to be like mandatory. If they're like, if you run a tag team crew, well, do something every now and then,
Right.
but it's not
Yeah.
as serious as, or I don't even want to use the word serious. It's not as important as being a Apex champion or the network champion. Okay, those are the ones that are going to be elevating people as well as elevating this new company.
Right.
As well as, like, for the most part, secondary characters are going to really flesh out the AWE independent wrestling scene. And they're going to be used as well as on the main roster, but for the most part, the second show is going to be more about the secondary characters. There doesn't need to be as much storyline involved. It's just putting on a good wrestling show, and if something happens and
Yep.
becomes something out of it, awesome.
Right.
But it's more entertainment, purposes only.
Based.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's like I said, I've been sitting here, I've been doing a lot of thinking about it. I've got notes coming out my asshole with it, which is not always good.
Well, we could bring Dr. Tickler and take
No,
a look at
no!
the notes.
Don't be doing that, man. Say his name and he will appear right up your fucking rectum.
Yeah. Yep. He says you always have a standing appointment with Dr. Anus Tickler.
Yeah, well, I'll be missing every single fucking one of them. No,
The dirtiest move in all wrestling should be banned.
ass to mouth. Fucking hell.
Yes, Yeah, the dirtiest move. No one ever stops him. Why haven't we stopped him? The guy reaches in his dirty diaper, gets a handful of fudge, and makes you taste it.
And where you can see Dr. Anus Tickler is a one-stop shop over on the Wild-Eyed Yeti channel over on YouTube. The Naked One.
The Underground Circus.
Yes, the Underground
Yes.
Circus.
The Underground Circus. The Underground Blood Yard. Whichever show I'm running. The Gore Zone.
Yeah. All of them,
Which is
and
part
if
of
you're
the
missing any of the shows over on Wild-Eyed Yeti's channel, man, we have fun in that chat. We really do.
Yeah.
Yes. And we have a lot of fun at the expense of Yeti most of the time. And I'd say we're about 50-50 there. It's fun at my expense as well.
Oh yeah. I take my The thing is, what if you want to see how I can play being on the receiving end. I just laugh it off, but that's just how I am.
Oh, you have no choice but to take it. You're dealing with Evie and me.
Yeah. But the thing is, with me, the more you go at my character, I'm gonna laugh because you'll see me just burst out laughing and stuff.
It's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, well, that's what it is. That's the whole thing.
Yeah.
When you treat everything as just fun and just you're being kids again and just playing make believe. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Playing make believe when you were a 3-4-year-old, or a 5-year-old, and that's all it is. And you just let your mind take you where you want to go. And I always go by saying, "Follow your folly, and it'll never lead you astray."
Yeah. Now, for those that want to be a part of the show as a guest, I want you guys to talk to me. Let me know what kind of design you want as a logo, because like me and Yeti, Yeti is the Apex champion right now, so under his name, it is the title belt. Under mine, it's my logo, the Angry Viking. Let me know what kind of design you want to feature you. If I've already got one created, I'll use it. But I want everyone to be represented with a graphic as well. If you want to be a guest, but you don't want to be on camera, make sure you got an overlay over your camera or however it's done, and that way, your privacy is met as well. I would love to have a different backdrop, but you know what? That's besides the point. It's been a blast doing this over the years, and I'm happy I found something that could get me really back involved with it. Not to say I wasn't doing a lot for RWO, but there was days where I was more despising it than I was enjoying it. And
it was becoming like a job.
well,
and when it becomes like a job,
it wasn't a job. It just so
it
much. So much happened in my real life that I didn't enjoy the RWO feel anymore.
Right.
You know, some of it was kind of ruined by what happened in real life, and it just it took away from it. Now, I didn't portray that when I went live. I tried not to anyway. No. But it just I needed something new. I needed something fresh. I needed I'm in a new stage of my life. I needed YouTube to be a new stage of my life. You know. So, you know, I did that, and AWE kind of just fits, and I'm back to having fun. And that's what I really want.
Not AEW. So
no, not AEW. Not AEW. AWE. Did I say AEW?
I know, but you got. No, I was just fucking with you.
Okay, Jesus Christ.
I'll let you know when I walk on water, but I'm close.
So yeah. It's always been a pleasure doing this on YouTube. And I'm a little bit shocked. Over the years, I figured I'd get more acclimated to it, where I didn't get anxiety built up just by doing the show, and for some reason that has never gone away. Which is very strange, but I am who I am, I guess, and I overcome that anxiety every time I hit that live button. So it's a good deal. So, let's see. Yeah, Wednesday we will be live with AWE Independent, and see what happens with that. Saturday begins the trial for the. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait with the women's title until Minerva is done, and if there's anyone else out there that wants to join, because I would love to get as many live characters involved as possible for the women's division. You know, just remember, it's all about having fun, people. Anything you want to touch on? Because I'm going to be very honest, I came into the show with a massive fucking headache today. We were supposed to start like fucking 45 minutes earlier than we did, but I fell asleep because I was about to start vomiting because of this headache. It's better now. My daughter brought me some Tylenol. It helped out a lot. But I'm fucking exhausted.
All right. No, I think we'll just end on thanking everyone for watching.
Yes.
Participating in the chat. We do, and for participating in the company. Those that.
My gratitude is out to the people that really put themselves out there, because some of them really put themselves out there. Like Bill Haight, for one. Holy fuck, does he put himself out there?
Yes, he does. He does a lot.
Yeah.
And I do, and very, very. And if you want to read some good writing, he's a very good writer.
Yeah.
You know, just read what he writes.
And what I like is he knows his character. He knows his character.
Yes. Yeah, that's the thing.
That's very important.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen.
The thing is.
Oh, go on.
But I want to say, what you saw here is like how I open the show with my character. That's what we want. You know, you do what you think. Follow what your character wants. Find out. Ask yourself, who is this character? What does he want? What are his goals? You know, championship. But and don't worry about if he's a heel or or he's a face. Just make your character, and then let your character's progression where you want to go.
Yeah.
That's how.
And it's easy when you know your character, like some of us do.
Yes.
But ladies and gentlemen, with that, I'm going to call it a night. I hope you enjoyed the channel. I'm hoping that you enjoy the feel of what we're doing with Apex Entertainment and AWE in itself. Join us next week for some more news, because I'm hoping to be bringing some storyline already into the show with some of the characters. But with that being said, I'm going to leave you for the final words of the show, and we are going to call it a night.
So, on behalf of Pete, myself, and everyone that's affiliated with AWE, we thank you. And just remember, Next week, full frontal Yeti.
No!
Good night, everybody.
No outro music, just me saying good night.
Yeah, full frontal Yeti.
And before Yeti goes frontal, I'll do this.